Well, it is time to talk more about Doom. So, of course, before I get into this video, I just want to state that there's going to be a viewer discretion for this video, as there will be talks about real world violence in this video. So, if that is too triggering for any potential viewer, I would just seriously urge you to please watch something else and to also still have a nice day. So, of course, the Doom series spanned for 3 decades and consists of quite a few games. And, well, the series has in fact had some controversies. Five of which I'll be going through for tonight's video. Of course, at number 5, we of course have the physical disc for Doom the Dark Ages barely has any data. So digital downloads are becoming more of a thing when it comes to the gaming industry, and Doom the Dark Ages was unfortunately a new loss for that, as the physical disc for the game barely has any data on it, making it so that most of it is a digital download. This has gone Bethesda into some controversy because, well, again, not everyone has the best internet. Sure, it's 2025 and the internet is more common than it was, let's say, 2012, 2013, but at the same time, not everyone has good internet access. So it is unfortunate some people are kind of screwed over when it comes to being able to play this new game. And unfortunately, we have also seen this with plenty of other series like Call of Duty and obviously Grand Theft Auto. Of course, next up, we of course have No I'm Too Young to Die difficulty in the Dark Ages. This was of course gained the Dark Ages called the Woke Ages, which again is kind of a stupid controversy, and I'll explain here. First of all, it doesn't really matter if they changed the name of the difficulty. It's still the same difficulty. Not to mention, Doom 64 and Doom 3 didn't even have this difficulty either. In fact, it was called Recruit, and I think something else. Not to mention, Doom 64 doesn't even have a nightmare difficulty. Its highest difficulty is called Watch Me Die. And also, Doom 3 enemies don't respawn in Nightmare. So, yeah, honestly, this one just kind of feels like it's coming from a bunch of people that just are complaining about nothing that really affects the game. I mean, it's not like the Dark Ages doesn't have other difficulties. In fact, I mean, if I recall correctly, I think there's 2 harder difficulties above Nightmare. So, again, people just are complaining about the dumbest thing. Then, of course, we have satanic themes in Doom. This, of course, has gone Doom into some controversy with religious groups and media outlets, as Doom has been accused of promoting Satanism, with appearances of pentagrams and upside-down crosses. Again, this is another silly controversy because the whole point of Doom is to, is to kill demons. And obviously, you are going to be fighting against the forces of hell. So, it makes sense that, the demons might have satanic symbols. Again, it's just coming from people who probably didn't even play the game, but just want to complain about the game because it makes news. Next up, we of course have the swastika in Doom 1. Now, this is a reasonable controversy, but still on this list because, well, it's a controversy nonetheless. So, before Doom, id Software they were making the Wolfenstein games, and with Doom came a reference to the first Wolfenstein. Now, there were people who played the first Doom game and who would obviously understand that this is a reference to Wolfenstein. But there were also people who have not played the Wolfenstein games, and so Doom was their first introduction to its games. And so, yeah, I do understand this one because, just imagine playing some random game and all of a sudden you find a swastika. It's not exactly like the best thing to find, and considering that there have been games made by white supremacist groups, it's definitely not the best look on it. It did get removed, and obviously we all know that it doesn't support any of that crap, but it definitely did land Doom in some controversy. Next up, we of course have general violence and Doom encouraging crimes. Now, this is where the trigger warning comes into effect because, well, Doom was accused of causing a mass shooting at one point in time. This is, of course, referring to the Columbine massacre, and Doom has also been accused of promoting violence. Again, this claim is just honestly really stupid and disrespectful to any victims who have seen real world violence thrown upon them. Doom did not cause any of this, and it's just people looking into something to blame instead of taking accountability and realizing that some people are just monsters inside. But no, we just really have to blame Doom. We had to blame other pieces of media, which really just shows a total lack of respect for any victims. It really just shows that, when stuff like this happened, it really just showed that only the media cares because they can get clicks from it. But of course, that's really all I have to say about controversies that Doom has faced. I will, of course, be back with more videos in the future. So, till then, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful night, and for those who are currently playing Doom the Dark Ages, I honestly hope that you are enjoying it. I plan to get this game soon myself.